Okay, welcome to the episode number 2 here on the Volkmar vlog. A few takes in now. I've been experimenting with the setup and getting everything into OBS and how to use my phone as a camera and stuff. Just using a trial version now of something called Droid Cam OBS. Let's see how well it works. I don't know yet. So far, so good. I have a few different setups. Let's just run through them. So, here am I. Hello. This is the webcam. No, super quality. Amazing. Then I have the phone here, which is good for if I want to paint something or show a miniature. Decent quality, I guess. Um, then webcam and desktop region, phone and desktop region, or just my desktop. Okay, so everything seems to be working. Now, Make Us Cold a couple of days ago reached 2,000 patrons and so have run a an offer, 40% off. So I went ahead and bought all the units that I need. And therefore I'm ready now. I need to level the printer, you see there in the back, photos. I need to level the printer a bit because I just moved the printer. And I want to make sure that it is completely level. In order to level the printing bed, there are videos on YouTube. You can go find them. But basically, what you do is you remove the bed, you bring down the build plate into the set home position, and then you slowly move it downwards, right? And you have the build plate loose. And as you move it down, you move the build plate. When the build plate stops moving, you are level with the screen. Once you're level with the screen, you screw in the build plate, and then you are done, right? You set your zero position. So it's a fairly easy operation. I just need to get it done so that I'm actually sure I'm level. And then I'm going to go ahead and print. So if we look here, these are the models. I was able to fit 11 models onto the build plate here in Cheetahbox. Now, the reason why it comes with 11 models in the pack, right? And this is the standard infantry builder. The reason it comes with 11 is that one of them is a Vox operator. You don't always want to have Vox operators in your units, right? Actually, it's quite niche. I like to have Vox operators because it means you can have your characters well protected, but it's not always. If you have a unit that's just going to do some guard or screening duty, right, somewhere, you don't want to pay the extra buck for having the Vox operator there. And so it's nice to have that flexibility. Now, what I'm going to do in the fluff to justify this is that the way I look at it is that the regular unit will come from will be set, right? So there's 10 dudes in a unit there, and they're all going to have a shoulder patch signifying which unit they're from. The Vox operators are going to be coming from a special division. So there's a special comms division that specializes in the communications, and they are then going to borrow out their Vox operators to units that need them if there is a specific case where they're needed. I'm going to do the same concept for special and heavy weapons because I want to be able to have very flexible units that I can kind of mix and match based on what I want and what I need, what the meta dictates, and so on and so forth. So all of these special weapons, heavy weapons, and comms units are going to be from their separate specialist departments, and that also means like a heavy weapons guy can be put into an infantry unit that needs their support, or be taken out and put into a specific heavy weapon squad if that is what is needed, based on what is dictated by the mission. And so I think that's a nice nifty way around the organization of the army. Now, once I have gone ahead and leveled my print bed, I'm going to get this first batch printed. It's going to take about, you can see here on the right, I'll move it a bit for you here. It's going to take about 25 milliliters of resin. I have this little cup, measurement cup. I'm going to put about 30 milliliter, 35 perhaps, of resin in this and transfer it over to the vat. That way I'm sure that I have enough resin in the vat for what I'm going to print. I've thought about just kind of filling up the vat every time. The problem is I'm not sure how much I want to do that. I want to avoid having too high risk of the resin spilling over once the build plate is depressed. And therefore, I think it's safer to never put more than 40 or 50 milliliters in at a time. If you have larger prints, I think it's better to just pause the print after some time and refill. It can print for 10 hours with 40 milliliters. So why risk it, right? Let it run for 8 hours, refill, and then you're good to go, right? Now, well, depending on the density of your model, of course. But now, as you can see, even if this goes wrong, it's going to cost me about €1 to print. I'm using just this standard Anycubic gray. I have been very happy with that so far, so I'm going to keep doing that. I actually just ordered a bit more just to have enough. So yeah, that's the plan. 10 hours of printing, then I need to print the arms, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to print all of these guys just with las guns. And then later on, I'm going to do another 10 guys, not 11, because for the special weapon squads, you don't want to have a box unit in there anyway. So I'm going to print 10 guys and then 10 special weapons. So melter gun, plasma gun, flamer, grenade launcher, sniper rifle. I think that's going to be 2 of each, right? So that's gonna work up nicely. And you might say, well, why would you want that many sniper rifles? My argument would be, why wouldn't I want that many sniper rifles? The meta changes. It's better just to print everything, have everything ready. And at the cost of a couple of euros per complete model, I think it's fairly safe. Now, once arms, weapons, and bases, by the way, bases, I need to print bases, are printed, then I can go ahead and prime everything and get everything painted. Now, what I'm going to do is, since I'm going to have to print a lot of guys, I've been working on a method of batch painting. So I don't have to spend too much time per model. And basically what I do is I'm going to spray paint everything in gray. Then I'm going to paint all the basic colors. And then I'm going to use Army Painter Strong Tone. Now the results are not amazing, okay? Let me see. Yep. The Strong Tone is this one from Army Painter. Now, the results are not amazing. Let me see if I can find the guide. 2 seconds. That is one already painted. Yep, this one. Okay, let's see how this looks on the screen. I'm not sure if this is in focus, but anyway, this kind of guy. The results are not amazing, but they are definitely serviceable for tabletop. After you have done the basic colors and done the strong tone, afterwards you give it some spray with some of the anti-shine, also from Army Painter. See here? And this basically gonna, because once you have done the strong tone, it is very shiny. So you want to take some of that up, make it a bit more matte in color. And basically, then you can do your highlighting. I've heard some people like to actually do the highlighting before sealing. I might try that out as well. If you compare to one of these guys, this is a Sigma, Age of Sigma unit that I painted. I mean, the quality on this is higher, no doubt about that. But actually, I don't think the difference is so great as to make as to justify the extra time I spent. So I've done some other Age of Sigma stuff. Here's a fellow, right? Now, so you can get some really nice results not using this, and it can look really awesome. But considering the amount of models that I will have to paint, I am going to take the easy way out, at least for your average units, right? Your infantrymen and so on. So the characters, like these guys here, I might do a bit of a nicer job on them. Now let's jump back to this. So this is already sliced up. This was actually not what I wanted to do. Sorry. This is already sliced and ready to go. So as I said, there's not much left for it other than to get going, get printing. So I'll go level my bed now and prepare for tomorrow, and then I'll put everything in and get ready. So that is it for this episode. I don't know if I will upload tomorrow. I'll probably wait until I'm done, have everything assembled, and then from there I can start showing you the paint method. Now I'm not sure what format I should do that in, if I should just record like 5 hours of me painting miniatures or what I should do, but I want to avoid too much editing. That's kind of why I made this setup here. So I hope everything is good. I know the audio quality is not the best. I do have a better microphone, but it's attached to like one of these huge gaming headsets, and I look like even more of a dog than I do now. But I might do that. Anyway, let me know what you think. If you have any advice on paint schemes, I'm still considering what I want to do. You know, I've seriously considered just doing them like dark gray with black, white, and red details, and just doing the stock of the guns and stuff in like a wood color. But I'm also thinking that might be a bit too boring. I don't know if I should kind of like try and make it a bit more colorful, like a turquoise, something funny. You know, they'll if you do like a blue undercoat, they look very French. If you do gray, they look very German. If you do brown, they look like very British. And perhaps it'd be fun to try and avoid any of those and do something completely different. But I'm not quite sure what I would do. Let me know what you think and what you think of this setup and everything. And thank you very much for listening. Bye.